There we go. Okay, we're back. That took a second. Okay, now we're combining multiple puzzle elements, right? We've got sheep, we've got waterfalls, we've seen all of these before, but pretty much individually. Now we get to see them all together. I'm gonna go over here. Let's see if I can get all of the sheep to go sort of up on the ledge. Only partially. These guys will go back down there. Can I... No, up here. Up here, fella. I think I can't get past these sheep. But I got past the first group. So that's something. And then these guys go over there. Now I'm caught between two groups of sheep. Good, good. That was my plan all along. Oh, those sheep will go further up. Okay, great. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Great. Alright, so how do I get rid of these sheep? No. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. I'm trying to interact with the sheep now. I'll get to you later. No, stop it! There's very little, that I can do here. It's... Oh, there we go. The sheep interact with one another. I feel like there was an opportunity for a little bit more clarity there, where the second group of sheep, the sheep that started out more to the right, could have tried to go the direction that they wanted to go and then turned around when they sort of encountered the other sheep. I guess that then I could try to like time it so that I got past them while they were turning around, but it would have some kind of motion in that direction would have helped me understand that that was a possibility. I thought that I had discovered their full range of motion, and I really hadn't. Where am I trying to go? I guess down here? Well, no, that's not going to help me. Okay, so I'm coming around to... I need to go down this waterfall, Because going down here leads me into this area that I can't really get out of. So I guess, like, let's just... Oh, that's a... There's a ledge here. Perfect. Okay. That was not immediately obvious. Well, that's not going to get me anywhere. Got it. Okay, so if I go up here onto this ledge... So ledges, these rocky outcroppings are sort of a new puzzle element now. I still feel like waterfalls are a weird element. Unlike the sheep. Like, I feel like the sheep feel very, of a kind with the rest of the theming of the game. Did I just drown? Holy shit, did I just drown? Look, he left home to follow his heart and found himself missing the people that he loved the most. Life lesson. It's interesting to me. I mean, especially given sort of my interpretation of this game and my role as a player within it. Whoa, things just got fucking weird. It's interesting that it's sort of a game that is about the story of his life, but it's not about him telling the story of his life. There's not actually explicitly or even implicitly, the way that I'm reading it, an audience for this story. We are the audience as players, right? This is being presented to us sort of non-diegetically, not within the constructs of the narrative, but just as media, as something that we can sort of observe. But we have a remove from that story. Oh, damn. Okay. I don't connect to both of these things at the same time. What the hell was that? Look at these boat parts that I'm lifting up and, like, throwing around. I mean, what good are they? I can sure lift them up and throw them around. Ah, and that makes this more visible. I see. So I couldn't walk there when the boat was blocking the way, or even maybe just visually blocking the way. Okay, so yes, we have not talked about the sort of elephant in the room. Suddenly, this is a game about walking around underwater. What the hell is going on? I mean, it's unclear to me whether this is a subjective experience. Where are you going, dude? Is he actually drowning? Is he... Is he dreaming? Is this a hallucination sort of as his brain is deprived of oxygen? Is this meant to be more literal? Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's neat that this piece here that is so foregrounded keeps sort of preventing me from seeing how far down everything goes. I have to continually move it out of the way to reveal sort of everything else that exists back here. Whoops, whoops, whoops. No, go back over here. I mean, this is pretty cool. I really like how these waterfall elements are being utilized in a context where the movement of the hills is much greater, is like increased dramatically. He comes back and his home is broken down and being sold, clearly abandoned, in disrepair. Wow, how long was he gone? I mean, this seems like years. This is not like a few weeks or even a few months. This is like... Wow. What a fucking choice, dude. We're back. Oh, yes, okay. So we're back to, he fell down the waterfall into the water, sort of hallucinated a part of his journey that took place underwater, and then we return to the shore, where presumably he did not ever actually drown. I find that super reminiscent of a scene in Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, which I think both of these hew pretty close to a version of the hero's journey, or just the journey narrative that is like pretty well tread territory. But they both have this sort of moment of falling into the water, nearly drowning, and in that moment of coming close to mortality, unlocking a sort of hallucinatory, remembered moment of significance, I guess. I don't remember exactly what it was in Brothers, but there's definitely a similar sort of moment. Huh. Okay, so that's about as high as I can make this go. But if I come over here, like how... Oh, I can make that go pretty high too. So I can sort of ladder this, I see. Well, that's neat. That's a neat mechanic. Again, so this is a mechanic that has been implied by the way that this system works, but not actually permitted by the arrangement of elements until now. There's also kind of a neat mirroring here going where in the last segment... What the hell is that? Oh, that's my menu. I didn't want a menu. Can I go up further, or is this a fool's errand? Okay, there we go. Eve, I've never seen Sean so happy to be presented with a ladder-like element. Deep cut, back to Half-Life, which was not... I did not make it into the original February of Play-by-Play, but was one of the original 4 in February games that inspired Play-by-Play a year and a half ago. In Brothers, he sees a giant version... I don't remember all of this. In Brothers, he sees a giant version of his dead mother keeping his father in a cage with her fingers, and then his older brother tries to choke him to death. Oh, I do remember the giant mother. I absolutely believe the trapping his father in fingers. I'm not sure where choking him to death comes from. I don't remember that part of that game. Dude, right there. Just jump like right there. There. It's another bus stop! Wait, did I take a bus before? Yeah, I did. No, I guess I took a train. I guess maybe I haven't taken a bus. Alright, what do I click on? Nothing this time. No, maybe something? Am I hitchhiking? I'm hitchhiking off of a bus stop. I'm coming, dude. I'm an old man. It takes me a while. Okay, thank you. Now I'm controlling the car? Okay, so again, reminiscent of the train mechanics. But now I am actually controlling things. Which allows it to, damn it. Which allows it to be much more complicated. No. Don't go back. Don't actually go back. There we go. Go up here. Okay. Can I go on the bridge and then move this down? Oh, I see. Turns it into like a... like that. Sweet. Okay. This is an interesting point from the ship rib. I think it's kind of weird that you don't really like the main guy or feel bad for him. Like, I feel like that was supposed to be the aim of the game. That's a really interesting point, and I definitely, I mean, I do feel for this character, even though I feel like, he's made some really bad choices. Oh, there we go. I can bring the bridge down and then bring the whole thing back up. Got it. Kate Steiger says, I think it can be poignant without necessarily being sympathetic. And I agree with that. I think that there's definitely a sense of regret that this character has, and I do sympathize with that. I feel like that I mean, not humanizes him, but that makes him more sympathetic to sort of understand that he's made bad choices and to regret those choices. But I think even without that, the story of his life is a poignant story, is a story that has feeling and evokes feeling. Okay, so again, like there's a resonance. I really, really like the resonance between the journey, the scenes in the journey, and the vignettes of memory. So there it's in the paint can. Even though that's kind of like a pretty tenuous thread, the paint can didn't have anything to do with the scene that we just watched. It was there only to fall off of the truck and inspire this sort of scene of painting the house, which is a different house. Like he's moved into a different house, but I think this is the house that he was in when we started the game, unless I'm wrong. But again, that also sort of ties into this idea of, playing a sense of journey and coincidence. Like, my role in this story is to knock that paint can off of the truck so that he remembers this moment from his past. Just a startling lack of communication between him, his wife, and his daughter. I mean, just like literal. It seems that they lost track of each other. He went on this voyage, and I mean, I guess understandably they couldn't get in touch with him while he was gone, but then he comes back and they didn't leave a message or forwarding address, and now he can't communicate with them. I mean, there is kind of a nice sense of reflection there. That's clearly something that was done maliciously, is maybe too strong of a word, but that was done in a deliberate effort to cut ties with him. These arrows do not help me at all. Am I going up, I'm guessing? I'm going up. Can I click on Windows? No, stop it. Ugh. I'm frustrated by, I feel so disincentivized to play with the pop-up elements of the game because the game can't distinguish between my attempts to do that and my interaction with the character. Oh, damn it. This scene is super pretty, and to come back to the idea of color palette, so we're seeing some brighter colors. I mean, I'm looking at this yellow, and this yellow is quite bright. There's some... I mean, there's at least some saturation in, like, the blue and the red up here. It's really mostly this yellow, honestly. But there's still, like, a very coherent sense of the pastelness that we've had throughout. Oh, I thought I could walk on this roof. I can't walk on this roof? Oh, yes, I can. Okay. Oh, wow. I guess I needed to click on him? Or I could click on him? That's strange. Like, was that an optional interaction? Because as an optional interaction, it feels weird. I don't know what to do with it. But it sure seems like it is that. Like, I also don't know what to do with it in the context of the story. I love these flowers. I mean, the flowers are just gorgeous. Beautiful. Okay, so I wouldn't recognize these characters except this is the color language of his daughter. I guess his wife was a redhead? Yeah, his wife was a redhead. But this brown hair, blue shirt is what his daughter was wearing in all of those previous memories. And I didn't put that together until just now. Contextually, it seems clear who this would be. But that just, like, really brings it home. That helps identify this character, even though her hair is so different than it was in his memory. I mean, I love that. I love how different both of them look. They would be unrecognizable, if it weren't so clear, through the color symbology and through the narrative context, who they are. Will she talk to him? Is she gonna forgive him? Should she? Who sent the letter? I assume it was his daughter who sent the letter. Oh. God, when did the flowers die? I, like, missed that entirely. Oh, how sad. We sort of get a sense of time passing. The room has been cleaned up. She has the toy sailboat. There's a reconciliation at the end. I mean, I love how sad this game is, and I love that it is a bittersweet sadness. I mean, that's my jam. That's what I love in my stories. What a nice game. Oh, look at that. Look. you can combine your loves. You don't need to make sailing take you away from your family. You can bring your family sailing. That's very sweet. That's very sweet. I like that. It's I mean, that button at the end is a little bit trite, but I think the game earns it. Especially with this sort of consistent storybookiness. I think it feels appropriate that the narrative then has heart and has sort of a deep sincerity, but is also, fundamentally optimistic and upward looking. It feels, very, very, very right for it. Cool. That's good. I wonder where the daughter's partner is in this story. That's an interesting point and an interesting choice. What I would say is that the daughter's partner is left ambiguous and left sort of up to the viewer's imagination, the player's imagination, because they are really irrelevant to this story. The daughter's child is relevant because it gives a sense of continuation that actually, I've been saying through the whole thing, there's the tragedy of the game, the sort of suggested, threatened tragedy of the game, is less about the outcome of these characters' stories and more in the fact that the story is not being told. It is there is a threat that it will be forgotten. That this is a journey that is going to end sadly, and nobody will ever actually hear this story. This ending sort of gives resolution to that not only does he reunite with his daughter and his daughter gets to hear his story, but that story will continue, will be passed down to further generations, and there's a sense of continuance in that. But introducing another character as a husband or father or partner to his daughter would be more of a distraction than it would actually add anything to the story, because it's ultimately, this is a story about it's a story that involves his betrayal of his wife, and her heartbreak and their mutual heartbreak, and the sort of destruction on their relationship that his decisions caused. But that's not what the story is about. That all happens, and that is important. Those are momentous sort of events, but the story is about his betrayal and abandonment of his daughter. And I feel like that is clear in the way that those vignettes, his memory vignettes, are illustrated and portrayed. His wife is a contentious figure, but his daughter is is the one that you feel this sort of sense of just unbelievable heartbreak for. That's, I think, the emotional heart of that remembered story of his life. And so having that continue through another generation absolutely makes sense to me. Seems really necessary. To introduce another partner into the story feels like it's not as necessary. This is cool. This is very, 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 very nice. I like this game. These are the different scenes. These are checkpoints throughout the game. I don't know if these are... I'm just trying to figure out if these are each specifically related to a memory, or if they're just sort of like evenly spaced throughout the game. Were there... What is this? Were there 15 memories? That's not impossible. Maybe that's the case. All right, here's what we're going to do. I don't know how we're going to do this. I want to say we're going to take a brief break here. We're going to come back in a minute. We're going to do not a full Q&A. But we're going to do like maybe a partial Q&A. Just because I've been talking a lot about the game. But if you have questions, so I'm going to cherry pick questions, but if you have questions about the game, if you want to ask something for a Q&A, put it in the chat. Eve is going to help me aggregate those. The main thing here, though, is if you are interested in playing this game, sorry, I'm trying to, there we go. There we go. If you're interested in playing this game, I am raffling away the Steam key that Broken Rules gave us. So you can enter that raffle now by typing ! Raffle, and I will draw a winner in just a couple of minutes after the break. Okay. Thanks, guys. See you in a moment.